What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to go over actually an update that just came to the Japanese version of the game, because I think this is going to make a huge difference coming, soon on global. This is going to make a really big difference for the game. So they actually just got this little announcement that's an update for the Baba Shop. The ZENI tab in the Baba Shop is now going to offer plenty more rewards than it previously did. So this is going to be something pretty exciting. So obviously this info post doesn't show us much here because it's in the wrong language. We are here in the Japanese version of the game right now, so we'll go ahead and jump over to the Baba Shop. So this is what the new ZENI tab looks like on the Baba Shop, and as you can see here, there's a lot more stuff that we can pick up. All of these different medals in here were not available for, and none of these training items or anything were either. So that is going to be pretty solid as far as earning some resources for your account, because for most players, ZENI is something pretty easy to come by, especially with all of the Easy A stages that are available nowadays. That's the easiest way to grind up ZENI, just doing Easy A stages beyond stage 30. You get the Hercule statues that are redeemable for 1.5 million ZENI apiece, and then you can farm yourself up lots and lots of ZENI that way. So it's worth noting here, a few of these items are limited, like the gravity chambers here. You can only get, I think, 5 of these per day, so you are limited on those. And then like these platinum turtle shells, you're only able to get 1 of these pack of 10 of each of the typings per day. But some of these are available where you can literally just get as many of them as you want. You can absolutely just max out on any of these medals and stuff. So what I did before recording this was I actually went through all of the different items in this shop and looked at which ones were available to purchase infinitely and which ones were limited. And for the ones that were available to purchase infinitely, I actually did some calculation here because people have been talking about... sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. People have been talking about the usage of transferring this into like basically unlimited Baba points, because if you have a ton of ZENI and then you basically go and buy as many of these as you want, you can max out on these, and then you can go over here to the exchange tab, come down and find the item that you just bought a bunch of, and then exchange them for Baba points instead. So you're basically just transferring your ZENI into Baba points. Is the main like draw behind this tab in the Baba Shop now. So I already went and did the math on the exchange rates for all of these things based on how much they costed in ZENI into, into turning them into Baba points. And I discovered that the most lucrative exchange for you would be these Rainbow Awakening medals right here. Any of these 5 Kai, West Kai and North Kai, East Kai, all of that. Any of these medals that you buy right here would be the best exchange rate for you. So if anybody wants to like check my math on that, or you want to do the work for yourself just to find out, or if you wanted to buy something cheaper, just however you want to do this, I'll pull up a calculator really quick so we can see exactly how I got there, how I got this math done. So if we are looking at the fact that they cost 100,000 a piece, and you get 10. What is it? You get 10 medals in a pack. So they cost. Let's see. They cost 100,000 a piece for the rainbow medals. So we will enter in 100,000 because that's how much they cost. And then, basically, what I did was I checked these out of a million. So pretty much. Basically what I told myself was like, okay, in order to get this 100,000 that they cost, if we were to spend 1,000,000 points in this ZENI shop, then what would we be able to get the most Baba points with 1 million ZENI spent? So if we were to spend 1 million ZENI, that would be 10 times this. So essentially we'd be getting 100 of these medals, because 10 times, 10 packs of this, 10 times 10 is going to be 100. So with 100 of these medals, here, let's go ahead and reset this. So with 100 of these medals, the exchange rate for them, we'll actually go in here and I'll show you really quick. So the exchange rate for these medals is going to be 100 Baba points per. So with 100 medals times 100 points per, is going to be 10,000 Baba points. So 10,000 Baba points is the highest amount of Baba points that you can earn with 1 million ZENI spent in that tab. I think that's like the most straightforward way that I can put it. So yeah, that's how you would do the math on any of those other ones if you were curious how much they cost. I actually have them listed here, so I can give you a quick breakdown just for anybody that's curious. So for the bronze medals, for these ones down here, these bottom three, you'll end up getting 200 Baba points for 1 million ZENI spent. For the silver ones, you'll end up getting 3,000 Baba points for 1 million ZENI spent. For the gold medals, you will end up getting 8,000 Baba points for 1 million ZENI spent. And then the 10,000 Baba points for the million ZENI spent here. And there are a few other items that you can get that are not the medals. So I was like, what about the Z swords? The exchange rate is a little bit lower, even though it's still 10 Z swords for 100,000. Because the exchange rate ends up being lower, you're only actually getting 2,000 Baba points for 1 million ZENI spent. And then for these guys, they exchange for quite a bit, but you're only getting the one, and they cost 1 million here. So you actually only end up getting 2,000 Baba points for these as well. And then I think I calculated for the Senzu beans as well. You only end up getting 300 Baba points for 1 million ZENI spent. So yeah, the rainbow medals here are definitely the most lucrative. Now I am going to calculate out a few other metrics just to help you understand how easily you can earn a ton of Baba points here. So yeah, that is definitely the most lucrative way to do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset the calculator here. So when you go into the sale portion of the game here, when you go over here to the sell tab and you want to sell items like Hercule statues, right? So you can max these out. The most amount of items that you can sell at one time is 99. So now we're mainly going to be focusing on my JP account. I don't have a ton of extra medals or extra statues to go around, but we're mainly going to be focusing on these Hercule statues here because they do redeem for 1.5 million a piece, and you can farm essentially an infinite amount of these because of all the Easy A stages that you can do to earn these. So we'll mainly be focusing on those. So if you were to exchange 99 of those 1.5 million Hercule statues, so 1.5 million times 99 equals that 148,500,000. This is how much you would be earning for that. So now, if basically the way it works is if we subtract 2 zeros, this is how many Baba points it's worth. Because with the other ones, you exchange for 100,000 or 1 million Baba. We discovered that 1 million ZENI would earn you 10,000 Baba points. So essentially, 1 million is just 2 here. I'll do this. So we'll do 1 million Baba points, and then you divide that by 100. So it gets rid of 2 zeros, and that equals the 10,000 Baba points that you would earn for 1 million ZENI. So if we were to do the 1.48 and then 500,000 here, and you divide that by 100, this is how many Baba points you would get. So essentially, if you were to exchange 99 of the Platinum Hercule statues here, the 1.5 million exchange, then that is going to be worth 1.485 million Baba points. That is a lot of Baba points. Most people don't have that many Baba points right now in their account. So that is definitely a big, big number, for sure. Okay, so now we will go ahead and look at really quick, just to put this in another perspective. The most amount, we'll go back here to the exchange tab. So the most amount of something that you can exchange, obviously, is going to be 9,999. You can exchange like as many, up to an infinite number of these as you want, right? So like we could exchange all of them. So if you were to take so if you were to take all of your 9,999 of these rainbow type medals and exchange them, because you get 100 points per, you would have to do the math of 9999 times 100 points is going to equal that. Almost 1 million Baba points, basically. So if you were to exchange a full stack of these, you'd be getting 1 million Baba points. That's just another metric to help you understand how lucrative this is going to be. Okay, and then the last thing that we'll do here is I am actually going to say, well, what if you wanted to spend all of your ZENI? Because the maximum amount of ZENI that you can have in the game is 2 billion. There we go, 2 billion. Well, it's actually like 1 ZENI short of this because it's 1.999999. But it is essentially 2 billion ZENI is how much you can get. So, if you were to spend all 2 billion ZENI, then essentially how much Baba points would you be getting, right? Okay, so let's take our 2 billion here, and we will divide this by 100,000, because that is how many, that is how much it costs to buy one pack of these rainbow medals here, right? And then, oops, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so 2 billion divided by 100,000 equals 20,000. So that means we'll be able to get 20,000 packs of these. Now there are 10 medals in each pack. So if we were to multiply this by 10, then this shows us how many medals we're going to be getting for the 2 billion ZENI. And then each medal is worth 100 Baba points. So, essentially, 20 million Baba points is what you could get if you were to spend all 2 billion ZENI that you had. Then you'd be able to get yourself 20 million Baba points. That is pretty impressive. Now, the very last metric that I wanted to point out really quick is how many Hercule statues would you need in order to give yourself 2 billion ZENI? So for this, I'm actually going to switch over to my global account because I've got a lot more resources here to work with. This is what my stack of Hercule statues looks like right now on global. As you can see, I've got quite a few. So if we were to look at this, so we'll go for the 2 billion. 2 billion, there we go. So you're maxed out on ZENI. If we were to divide this by 1.5 million, because that's what the Platinum Hercule statues are worth here. So we'll divide this by 1.5 million. That equals 1,333, essentially. So for every 1,300 Platinum Hercule statues that you have, that equals a full 20 million Baba points, because that's a full stack of 2 billion ZENI. And look how many Hercule statues I have. So I have essentially enough Platinum statues to make probably like 3 billion ZENI, a little more than that, like 3.2 billion ZENI, and that doesn't even include any of the other statues. That's just those ones. So that's pretty insane. I could probably get myself a solid 40-50 million Baba points just out of all of the Hercule statues that I have here. So yeah, that is. I hope that this helps people kind of actually absorb how good this change is and how like lucrative these rewards are going to be. There's definitely a lot to be earned here. I cannot wait for this to come to global, because I'm first going to max out on all of those awakening medals and training items and stuff, and then I am going to give myself a ton of Baba points. It's going to be very, very nice, because right now what I'm doing with the Baba shop is sometimes they have the super sales that come in where everything is on sale, and when everything's on sale, I usually just buy everything. And then when stuff isn't on sale, I only buy what I consider to be like necessary items. So like I just bought these because I use them in the World Tournament all the time. So I like to have extra of those around. And then training locations, you can never get enough of those. So I always buy training locations. But pretty much everything else I just leave by the wayside, unless it happens to be on sale. Then I'll buy it. And there's like a few other support items and things that are valuable as well. Nurse Chi-Chi's and Whis and whatnot. But yeah, after I end up getting, all these millions of Baba points, I'm pretty much just going to buy everything all the time until I have maxed out of a lot of this stuff. Because as you can see, I barely have like 1 million points here just from saving up over time. but that is absolutely nothing compared to what I'm about to have. So yeah, I am super excited for this change to come to global, and you guys should prepare yourselves for this by grinding away at those easy A stages. There's finally a reason to grind easy A stages. It's so exciting because, you know, previously it's like, what are you going to do with all this extra ZENI? Well, now we have something to do with it. So get grinding, folks. Yeah, so I hope you guys found this informational. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody with all of these numbers. If you need any more clarification, feel free to ask your questions in the comments below. I would be happy to help you out. So that is going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.